Owner of Anta's Fitness and Self-Defense School, Julio Anta, in Part 4 of his Stretch Sport interview, talks about the importance of nutrition for optimal health and a healthy lifestyle. On with the show, here's Julio.
Teach nutrition
Yes.
as part of the program.
Yes.
I would add that to the requirements of a healthy lifestyle.
Yes.
Besides flexibility and strength and endurance or cardiovascular, I would add
Well, for
nutrition.
optimal fitness, you need low body fat. So the answer to the low body fat is pretty much in nutrition. You know, gaining, losing weight is like a bank account. You know, our country now, you hear all this bailout deficit and all this. Well, that's because somebody managed it wrong. They spent more than they brought in. Well, that's the opposite when you want to be in shape. What do you have to do? You have to limit the calories, and there's certain ways. It's not just calories. It's the certain foods you eat. And exercise. It's like taking out of the bank account, and that's what you want to do. So you got to put it all together. But we need to do, technically, to be healthy, all four. And childhood obesity, that's one of the reasons. I've been teaching kids fitness for many years. And I even have a video in Expert Village on kids functional training. But I got certified after all these years, and I've been writing a kids fitness book for a while that I got to get finally finished. But after all these years of working with kids, I decided to just get a certification. The IYCA certification on kids fitness. Why? Because it's one of the biggest things we have right now. They say that this is the generation, this generation of kids. Some people are calling them the XL generation or extra large generation, and it might be the first generation that will not outlive their parents. Each generation, we lived a few more years than our parents, and our lifestyle hasn't been extended. But this generation is the generation, because it's funny, because it's the generation of the fitness boom. There are more gyms, personal trainer, videos, infomercials than ever, yet we have more people out of shape. You know what, sometimes what I say is, what's old is new again. Let's look what our parents did. Let's look what I did when I was a kid, that I wouldn't gain weight, and I wanted to gain weight because of the active, even though I wasn't an athletic kid, you know, we were out in the yard, we were out with the friends, you got your bruise, it wasn't a big deal. Today, kids spend all day with the video games and the computers, watching TV. They've lost how to do all this. So that's one of the reasons that now in America, all over the world, and in America, is just getting out of hand. You know, most other countries around the world, kids are malnourished. You know, in America, kids are malnourished. We're just overfed and malnourished. And that's what we need to change. I mean, it's really funny that this is an age when you get a kid is when you're going to set what they're going to do for life. This is when their flexibility is the best. I can get just about any young child, have them do a split on chairs, or have them do a split on the gymnastic rings. Easy. Yet an adult, you know, it's different. It's still possible, everything's possible, but it's so much easier. But those kids that usually do that will continue having a fitness lifestyle forever. So that's something really, really, really important. That's part of our philosophy too, to teach them a fitness lifestyle. Because like I say, Kung Fu and fitness are one, but when you think of Kung Fu, when you think of any martial arts, what do you think of? You think of people doing, you know, Jean-Claude Van Damme doing the splits, the flexibility, because you need incredible flexibility to throw the kicks and to do the motions that we do in martial arts.
It's not that kids are not eating enough, they're just not eating the right way.
The right way. I believe that we should eat as close to the way God made the food as possible, because we need the fiber, we need the vitamins, the minerals, and there's elements in food that we don't even know of today. So we can't even reproduce some vitamins and things. So the closer the way God made it. And today everything is refined, processed. And I'm guilty of that too. I live a very busy lifestyle, teaching, working my business, you know, TV shows, articles in magazines, you know, that type of thing is part of our lifestyle and our business. So a lot of times, like today, I'll tell you what my breakfast was. It wasn't the worst, but it wasn't the best. Today my breakfast was a protein bar. Was that good? No. It's better than having a piece of cake. It's better than going to McDonald's and eat breakfast, but it could have been a little better and healthier. So with the kids, we got to teach them at an early age. See, where I believe as a parent, I have two boys, an 18-year-old and a 13-year-old. They're both extremely fit. My oldest one is a runner, teaches here. My youngest one he was the most valuable player in his basketball team last year. And it was his second year of middle school, and he was the most valuable player. Shortest kid on the team, about this tall to me at 13, when there's kids 6 feet tall already in middle school. And he plays tennis. He does martial arts. And he's also been on the soccer team and on the baseball team. Yet, what I feel is they were both born into fitness. They were both born into martial arts and doing recreational team sports as their cross-training. But I think one of the most important things I taught them was that I let them eat very little junk food. And what do I mean by very little junk food? Our taste buds. In 3 weeks, our taste buds change. So what happens? I had family members and people telling me, oh, how can you do that to your child? Not letting them taste these great sweets and this. You know, what I like and somebody in India or China are totally different. And maybe you and I guarantee you there's food that we both might like, and there's food that you love that I'll say, how can you eat that? That's the way our taste buds were trained. So that's what I did to them. My kids don't drink soda. They don't eat sweets. Yet, at points, we were in a hurry. We let them eat at McDonald's and Burger King, so they do eat hamburgers and fries that are not as healthy. They do eat pizza. But they are both slim and athletic because of their lifestyle of eating. And you usually get, by 2 years old, you usually get most of your fat cells. And I think that's something very important that we did. I actually seen parents, I can think of one in particular, and I felt really bad. I told them once, but you can't tell a parent what to do. You know, if somebody tells me how to raise my kids, I might get insulted too. That would bottle feed the child in about a year or 2 years old, soda, Coke and Pepsi. You know, can you imagine that? It destroys your bones, all types of horrors. You know, and nutrition is very, very, very important for a fitness lifestyle.